Hey Scouts, it's Scout Leader Wickedy here with a Wastelanders update to a few of my Pioneer Scout badge guides, the Mammalogist badge, Herpetologist badge, and the Possum's Archaeologist badge guide. So with those badges, you need to take camera shots of certain critters that have been proving to be a little bit difficult to find, specifically on public servers. I find them a little bit easier on private ones myself, but this video, I'm going to show you where to get camera shots of all the ones that you need, and then with the Herpetologist and the Archaeologist badge, I'll show you where you can easily find some frogs and where you can sometimes find or try and find some live foxes so you can cook some fox jerky for later. But without further ado, let's get into the video and I'll show you exactly where you need to go so you can get those badges unlocked and get that backpack faster. All right, let's go. So to update the Mammalogist badge, it's been a little difficult to get pictures of squirrels, rabbits, and foxes, as well as opossums for that. So I'm going to show you where you can find a set spawn of a few of those and where you can frequently find opossums as well, so you can get those pictures taken care of. So for the rabbits and squirrels, that one's pretty easy. Actually, with Wastelanders, there's a new location that you can go to find a, okay, they're not alive, but it's still, the photo counts, so that's the important part. You want to head on down to the ash heap over at Rawlins Labor Camp, which is actually the location for starting your ally questline with Beckett. So here we're going to make our way over to this little barbecue area that the Blood Eagles have set up, and there are some critters that are being prepared for the next meal right here. You just need to take some pictures of the rabbit and the squirrel, and that will definitely work for your badge. If you're looking for just a picture of a fox, there is a location that you can find a fox body inside of Lewisburg. It's actually in the Van Lowe taxidermy place. You have to go through the Lion Low quest line to get access to the basement. And when you get there, you'll be able to find this slightly disturbing basement area with a crate, and there is a fox body in there as well as a wolf, in case you haven't been able to track that down either. Now for the opossum, I haven't actually been able to find like a corpse that you can take a picture of that's set anywhere, but there are a couple of places that you can find opossums apart from flatwoods, just in case the flatwood spawns are not working, which having some difficulty with some people. So there is a random encounter where a settler is fighting up against quite a few opossums. It's a really fun event to do. You can earn some rep from it, but you'll always be able to find plenty of opossums with him there. A couple of the places that I like to hop servers, it usually takes me about 3 or 4 tries of hopping a server at one of these spots, and I get that event. Check over at Marigold Pavilion or over at Slocum Joe's, both in the forest region. It tends to be a pretty good place to get opossums. Now, moving on to the Herpetologist badge. Frogs have been a little bit tricky to find. Well, they can spawn at any critter spawn location if these spawns are feeling like working for you. I still have been able to find them over at the White Spring Golf Club, but it doesn't always want to show up that way. So I have found another location that you will always be able to find frogs at, so you can pick them up and put them in a jar or take pictures of them or whatever you want to do with them. So Carlton Mine up in the Toxic Valley is a location that gets unlocked if you go along with the Raider quest line for the main quest for Wastelanders. Once you get to this point, you can actually come back whenever after you finish this quest, but through this quest and in this mine, there is a set spawn of a lot of different frogs. So you just go all the way through here. And I've been here many times getting acid from these cave crickets, so the frogs have been here every single time for me, so be sure to check it out if you still need one for yourself. Now for updating the Archaeologist badge, finding live foxes has been proving to be just a little bit difficult. They still can't show up over at Big Fred's Barbecue Shack, and there's actually a location kind of east from there towards Site Alpha that you can find them as well, but they don't always show up. I honestly have a lot better luck finding them if I'm on a private server than if I am on a public one for some reason. But I'm going to go ahead and show you another location that you can kind of pop down a little route that I made, which has a chance of spawning different animals. Anything from the list that I've showed so far. Okay, so this route is pretty straightforward. You want to start over at Vault 76. I'll go ahead and show my critter spawn map up on the screen now. So the second spot that's nearby the Moonshiner Shack, I usually just skip this one. I think it might be a spawn that's for meat week. So anyways, by the time I get to the second spawn, if I haven't found a critter between that time and the second spot, usually I just hop servers and try it again. So if you follow along with me, I will show you quite a few spots that you can find maybe the critters that you're missing. And of course, it is a lot easier to do this with fairy mentats on because these critters can be hard to find. All right, from Vault 76, we're just going to run east. And yep, I can see our first little spawn right there. We got some opossums. The next location is a little bit south from here. We're going to be heading towards the trail. Just take care of these liberators real quick. And follow along the path. Once you get to this point, you'll see this little makeshift thing over here. There's usually some critters right here. Chickens, rabbits, today. Don't need them right now. So, oh, hey guy. What are you doing over there? Oh, it's a settler forager, in case you ever need him. Anyways, follow along the path here.
Always wanted to retire in the forest.
Follow along the path here, and we're going to be going towards the lumber mill that's this way. Once I get to the part of the path that has this log and rock, then I'm going to hang towards the west, towards the pond. There's a little spawn that's right on the edge of this water. Looks like just rad stacks today. I'm good, guys, thanks. And then we want to go west. There are ticks roaming around and sometimes scavengers around here. You don't really have to worry about them. But from here, I'm going to go south to southwest, and you'll see a little spawn right here. What do we have? Frogs. Nice. Oh, I don't really need those right now. Okay, so the next spot, let me bring up my map real quick. Next spot's going to be right over this way. It's actually towards the farm this way. Just run right through the fence right here. And it looks like rad stags today. I find cats here a lot too. Now, the next spot is on the other side of the street near another little watering hole. Be careful, there are some bees at the edge right here and they will attack you. But right across on the other side, you'll see a scavenger, and there's always going to be some critters. Well, there hopefully should... I said stop! Anyways, there should be some critters on the other side. We have rabbits over there today. Next spot, we're going to follow along the street, southeast. And on the left side, there is a critter spawn right here. As you can see, I am on a private server, so this is happening a lot easier. Right from where this spawn is, I just go straight south to southwest from here to the next spot. And you'll actually see, there's a little Nuka Shine spot up there that you can wake up on occasion. But on the hillside over here is where there's another location. What do we have here? Foxes! That's fantastic. Usually one of the harder ones to track down. Alright, there are a couple more spots that we're going to run along, just so I can show you places to check out. We're going to be heading towards the Wayward. Hi, foxes. Scale down if you don't have marsupial or whatever, so you don't hurt your little feet. Anyways, on the riverbank by this bridge right here, there's another critter spawn. It looks like we got some rabbits and a fox. Nice. And then we're going to be wandering down the riverside for the next location. Alright, on this side of the riverbank, there is a little critter spawn. We have foxes. I often find radstags here too. And then just on the other side of the river and to the left, you'll see on the other side of the aluminum deposit is another location. Man, so many foxes today. Next spot, so that's where you can find some mongrels. They'll always be there. It'll never be any other animal, unless someone else has taken them out already. But the next critter spawn is actually on the other side of the street, across from this scavenger.
This place has a lot of potential.
Uh-huh. And foxes again, dang. Getting all the foxes. So this is where there is a, well, there's supposed to be a set opossum spawn. Over on the other side, I like to run around the back of this building, but it hasn't been showing up for a lot of people, which is really frustrating. Just be careful about the mole rats over there. But you'll see him scurrying around right over here, if he is indeed here. And then we have a couple more locations to show you on the other side of the river, up this way. We're going to go up the hill a little bit into the southwest. Here we go. What do we got today? Looks like foxes again. And then back, I'm just going to finish it off with the opossum that can show up in Flatwoods itself, just so you can see that it does still show up here. You haven't been able to find it. I'm sorry, RNG is not being very kind with the critter spawns lately. But yeah, it still does show up here, as well as the other one over there. There are a couple other locations around, but I think that pretty much covers the main route for you. Hopefully that helped y'all out. And like I said, if you have a friend that happens to have access to a private server to Fallout First, see if you can have a little bit of help, or if you can pop on over there and try your hand out on the critter route with them there. Anyways, I hope this little critter guide has been helpful for you, especially if you've been having some struggles finding those critters. I know it hasn't been that easy since Wastelanders came out. My guess is that there is just a lot more NPC spawns out and about, and so they're kind of messing with the spawn rates of the critters themselves, but I can't really be sure. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful for you. Be sure to share if anyone else has been having difficulty finding these critters and help them out a little bit, you know, get that backpack for you guys. Anyways, I'm Wickedy. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!